we're moving on to our true passion, UFC 320.
Oh my God, man! This is an insanely stacked card. Obviously, one of my favorite fighters, if not my favorite fighter of all time, Alex Pereira, is going in a rematch against Magomed Ankalaev, the current champion out of Russia. That's the main fight. There's also another championship fight, Merab Dvalishvili versus Cory Sandhagen.
Hey guys, I'm so ready to fight. I'm so ready. I'm coming. I'm training hard. Cory Sandhagen, he's a good opponent.
So yeah, Cory Sandhagen, super excited kickboxer, taekwondo type of guy against the dominant wrestling machine in Merab Dvalishvili. The most exciting fight on this card, in my opinion. Not a championship fight, but I think this is a statement. This is going to be a statement fight. Jiri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree Jr.
Let's go for that.
Let's go
for that. I will come like thunder. Hard thunder. Coming hard.
I'm coming!
Coming.
I go with my crazy friends.
Okay, so number two ranked light heavyweight Jiri versus number 4 Khalil. That's going to be an explosive fight. I'm expecting a finish out of that fight. I really want to see that at least. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. A fight I'm not particularly interested in, but I do think it's actually going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
And Abu Smagomedov versus Joe Pyfer. Another good fight. This
is
a
great main card.
Perfectly stacked main card for UFC 320.
I like it. It's going to be a fun card to watch. Why don't we start with the main card and work our way down? Man, Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. I remember getting live commentary from both of you guys of how upset you were, and definitely no bias coming out in that commentary at all.
Not at all.
But after I rewatched this fight, and honestly, like, come on. I mean, Magomed Ankalaev winning isn't that. It's not that controversial. I could easily see him winning.
But it's so boring. I don't want to see him wrestle.
I know. But
he can strike too.
He also honestly outstruck Alex.
He
did outstrike Alex.
That's where he won the fight.
Yeah. So, man, I just think a style like Ankalaev's is a kryptonite to Alex. When the whole time Alex was fighting these guys, we were talking about, can he stand up to a wrestler? Can he stand up to Greco? Can he stand up to being in that clinch and being grinded down? And he stood up to it all right, but he couldn't really get his own offense going. He was smothered. He wasn't in danger, but he was smothered. And I don't want to say dominated. He was because Alex has that, concrete brick of a hand,
right,
that he calls his left hand, and
you can't
ever count him out. But
right.
This is I'm sorry to say, man, I'm edging it. I love Alex.
You're edging it.
I'm really struggling here today, boys. I'm struggling here today. Pause in everything I've said in the last 15 seconds. I'm towards my predictions towards Magomed right now.
I mean, as big of a fan I am of Alex, like, I do think Ankalaev has every tool to defeat anybody at the light heavyweight
100%.
division right now.
Yeah. He's
a perfect modern MMA fighter, meaning that he has a versatility of skills that he's not worried about who he fights.
He's a good kickboxer too, man.
I mean, he's a great kickboxer. He's got power. He's got range. He's got timing. He's got accuracy. And he's got the Greco-Roman wrestling game that we're all very familiar with. He's he's got roots in Russia. Obviously, you're going to assume he has that off the rip, but he really has no weaknesses, man. That's the really
he's no glaring weaknesses.
No glaring weaknesses at the very least.
His one loss was like kind of a fluke loss to Paul Craig, last second triangle. Like, anything can happen in MMA. Anything could happen in MMA, and people forget, this is a crafty southpaw striker with really good grappling.
Right.
And I hope Alex wins. I hope Alex, my heart's with Alex, and I love it. And like I would love to see him win this and defend the title maybe one more time and then move up to fight Tom Aspinall. That would be crazy. But, as a fan, sometimes you just kind of have to take it for what you can get. And Magomed isn't like I would say like a totally boring guy either.
No.
He used a lot of wrestling against Alex, and he's had a lot of weird fights too against like Jan and like a lot of weird like situations, but I just don't see how, like, unless he gets knocked out, how he can lose.
Okay, I mean, it's like we're saying, anything is possible with a knockout artist like Alex, but Ankalaev's got everything to wither him down and keep his distance, get the fight to where he wants it to be, and he can keep it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna, just for sake of time, just gonna keep this short. It's either Magomed Ankalaev grinds him down another 5 rounds and just wins a dominant decision, or close decision, or Alex knocks him out round 3.
I kind of disagree with that at all. To be honest,
it's just a left hook. He just fades back, or maybe a knee as he's coming in for a takedown, or maybe Alex has gotten a lot better training with Glover and he can shuck them off. But I think Ankalaev is getting.
So pretty
better
much what we're
well.
saying is put your money on Alex for a 4th round submission victory.
Yeah. Moving on. I like it.
Okay, Merab versus Cory Sandhagen.
Man. The Georgian.
I've been a fan of Cory
Our favorite
Sandhagen.
Orthodox Christian.
I've been a fan of Cory for a while, man. I mean, he's a really exciting fighter to watch.
I do love Cory.
I mean, he's 5'11" fighting at bantamweight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always something it's a spectacle on its own.
I remember you used to really like him back in the day, and like you used to actually use him sometimes on the UFC.
I mean, he's really fun to use in the UFC game.
Yeah, very dynamic striker.
Because I like to keep my distance with kicks and then switch it up with with counter punches.
Right.
Then Cory Sandhagen is fantastic at that.
At both of those things, yeah.
And Merab, though.
Oh no, man.
Against a Taekwondo style fighter who really likes to keep his distance and hit like a spinning heel kick or something, Merab is going to take him to the ground and just eat him for breakfast. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And for dessert, he's going to get a little sweet treat at the end of this fight.
I'll say this about Cory, man. I'm with you. I'm fully on the Merab train. Choo choo choo. I think he's going to go on to be the best bantamweight of all time. And I think he's actually going to make an argument of being the best of all time. I think he's going to make a George St. Pierre style statement.
Like a Mighty Mouse type.
Mighty Mouse type thing. But I'll just really quick with Cory Sandhagen. The guy's extremely smart. He's extremely well rounded, and he deserves this shot. He absolutely deserves this shot.
Yeah.
And the only fight we have to like really compare this to is Umar. He didn't actually do that bad. And one thing about Cory is his jiu-jitsu is extremely good. And he's very good at Grammy rolling, right? So he's very good at rolling, trying to like get those hands and hand fighting, right? He's really good at creating scrambling situations, and he has good cardio. All that being said, I think Merab's just gonna dog walk him, man. And that being said, man, I'm so Cory. I know you're not watching our channel, but one day if you do, I really like you. I watch your channel. All of your striking tutorial guys, go to Cory Sandhagen. All his knowledge is for free, and he's giving it all out on his channel, and his striking knowledge is just so good. So go over there and watch his stuff.
I think he is one of the most likable fighters in the UFC.
Yes, I agree.
No one hates the guy. Like, there's nothing really you could hate him for. Have you heard about this? He actually, I don't know if it's true or not, but he says that he has a OnlyFans where he just posts his balls.
I don't know.
Have you heard about this?
I think I heard that in an interview, but I think that was a joke.
It was probably a joke.
I think he was he told his wife if someone's willing to buy a picture of my balls for $700,000, I'll send him a picture of my balls. And his wife was like, no. But I don't think he actually did. But that's hilarious. He has a funny skit. He's a really introspective guy. He also has a great book list, so go read his book list. But man, all that being said, I love Cory. I love him so much. Pause, bro. What is wrong with me today? Okay. Anyway.
We're talking about balls.
You brought that up. Merab, I think, is just going to... I think who's going to beat Merab, man? I think Umar's the only guy who had a chance, and we saw what happened to Umar.
He still looked like, it was out of
We
his
saw what
league,
happened to Umar, so
Merab,
Merab by something. Merab by decision, by... I think it's going to be by decision. I think Cory's tough, and he's going to survive, but it's just going to be a lot of fucking knees to the thigh.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay, so
moving on to the main fight that we really want to talk about.
This is the one that I'm super hyped for.
Yeah, and we're kind of on different sides here, guys.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier about how Alex Pereira is one of my favorite fighters. My other two in the top 3 are Khalil Rountree and Cyril Gane. So I'm biased towards Khalil on this for sure. I think he's arguably the most violent fighter in the UFC. He does not hold back on his striking. Some guys will go for points. Some guys will just try to keep their distance with a light teep kick. Khalil goes for the kill every single time. Now, on the other hand, Jiri, he's no slouch either. We all know him as a fantastic kickboxer. He's not afraid of anything and goes headstrong into the opponent. And something you've told me before, he's a car crash type of fighter, man. He goes straight into the fire and he walks out alive, or he melts.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, and most of the times he lives.
So we're talking about how Khalil doesn't hold back his striking at all. Jiri a lot of times doesn't even try to avoid some of these strikes.
Right, hands down.
If this fight goes more than 2 rounds, I think it definitely goes Khalil's way. If it ends early, I think it'll be a Jiri win.
I think that's an interesting. I can definitely see that as a good analysis. As I mean, y'all know Khalil. He's my boy Gabe here is a big Muay Thai, kickbox fluid, timing striker kind of guy, and I really respect Khalil. I think he put on one of the most fun fights with Alex. But, and there's a big but here, the biggest problem with Khalil Rountree, because I don't have a bias towards Khalil, he's very one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. He only throws very basic strikes. He does it very well, but he goes back, he goes forward, and doesn't do much lateral movement. He'll do a little shamble to get back to the circle,
right?
But most of the time he's blitzing in and out. And the biggest thing, no ground game at all whatsoever.
At all. And that's part of why I respect him.
Then Gabe, whenever I try to take him down in UFC, he gets pissed at me. but the thing is, in a fight in MMA with the distance control, you have to be able to fake and feint takedowns. And even if Khalil does do that to Jiri, Yuri's fought so many better grapplers, he's not going to bite on those feints, in my opinion. And I think Jiri just has more ways to win than Khalil. Khalil has his one way. He's going to leg kick Jiri. He's going to try to elbow him in the clinch, or he's going to try to get violent with his hooks. And
right.
all the while he's out on the outside using his leg kicks, he's going to try using that 1-2 blitz. If that doesn't work against Jiri, I think he's in big trouble. And to be honest with you, I'm more on the side of the other way. I think
right.
Khalil has to win early. I think Khalil has to get violent, and he has to take advantage of those car crashes. If Jiri finds out Khalil's patterns and his timings, which many fighters have done, which is why Khalil has those many losses on his record, I think Khalil's in for a long night. That's my opinion.
It's kind of similar to, I mean, maybe it's a weird comparison, but it's like James Harden in like 2017 to 19. It's like, he's going to be hitting step back threes. He's going to have like a 60% usage rate. He's going to be who he is.
Right.
Khalil does the same thing every single fight, where he chops down the legs low, then he ends up going with the roundhouse kicks, and then he gets close elbows and knees when the leg is like weakened.
Agreed.
So like, sure, that is predictable, but like, how are you going to avoid that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a great point. And Khalil, what he does extremely well, and basics many times wins the fight. The only thing I would mention with this is his lack of top tier experience. The top experience that he's had is 3 fighters. He's had Alex Pereira, Anthony Smith, and Jamal Hill. Jiri has had a lot more experience. He's had a lot more fighters. He fought Dominic Reyes on the come up, Volkan Oezdemir. He's just had a lot more top 10 experience, and he was a rising champion as well. And if you look in those 3 fights with Khalil, Anthony Smith he dismantled easily. Anthony couldn't figure him out, even though at the time he was a wily vet. The next guy, Alex, figured him out easily. Wasn't really that close, even though it was fun. And then honestly with Jamal, guy who's coming on the come down with a pretty horrific injury, Khalil looked kind of boring against him, because guess what? Jamal's still a top flight fighter, and yes, Khalil was like winning by points, but he wasn't able to get that violent, dominant like strike.
But his leg was destroyed in the.
But his leg was already destroyed. He has a terrible Achilles.
But he still kicked him like 40 times on the
yeah, but
leg.
he couldn't capitalize, right? He never finished him.
Sure.
So with a compromised Jamal, and again, I'm not like, I know you like Khalil. I'm not trying to like say no, and Khalil's not going to.
I love Jiri too.
Yeah, I just think Jiri just has a lot more tools to win this. He's had more experience, and again, if Khalil isn't able to do what he does to everyone, I don't know what other answers that he has. Jiri has shown that he has many backup tools, and he's able to survive. I do agree
he has more ways to win the fight.
You just love Khalil, bro.
I love Khalil. I want to see him ground and pound Yuri's face.
Yeah. So I mean, we've never seen him really do ground and pound before, except once on the Contender Series. So we'll see what happens, guys. But you can see here, I'm leaning Jiri. Gabe's leaning Khalil. We'll see what happens.
I hope this is a finish in this fight.
I think there will be a finish. And guys, the other 2 fights, I mean, Bo Nickel, Bo Nickel.
Patchy Mix is in the early prelims.
We're not even going to go past that. Patchy Mix, I'm sorry.
Josh
Emmett, Yusuf, that's going to be a fun fight. I'm leaning towards Yusuf just because Josh is kind of old for featherweight. And then Abbas, Joe Pyfer, that's just a fun little, a little warm-up, a little appetizer.
That'd be a good fight, I think,
Yeah,
too.
I think I'm leaning Joe Pyfer just because Abbas has such a horrible gas tank. And Joe Pyfer has hands. So, guys, before we go, one more thing. White House UFC.
Oh my god. Okay, so
You wanna go?
I think
Yeah, take the floor.
Yeah, I think Dana was
Good
on.
catch.
He was like on Fox. Like I don't even know what show they were on. One of those political ones. You know, he's very associated with the Conservative
Right.
Party. But there's been this event they're talking about, the UFC White House, and Dana had some rendered pictures of what the event might look like. So. The octagon, they're saying they want to put it right in front of the White House with the White House in the background, and they're going to have a 360 camera where it's, I don't know, it kind of looks like a drone type of thing, where as it goes around to the opposite side, you're going to see the Washington Monument off in the distance.
Oh my god. It's
And
so
That
good.
sounds so cool,
So
but that's
cool.
going to cost billions.
It's gonna cost-
just to make them.
Can you imagine, like, the sphere was one thing. This is going to be a whole nother level.
I mean, my biggest thing is the security concerns
Yeah.
here, because it's like, you're going to have, according to this picture, you're at least going to have a couple thousand people sitting on the White House lawn. Like, what is the security screening process going to be like?
And didn't you say, like, Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln Memorial
So
and stuff?
yeah, at the same time,
That's where the weigh-ins are going to be.
Oh.
is
Wow.
that's, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
But
So cool.
That's where like the weigh-ins and like the pre-fight stuff is going to happen there.
I'm
oh,
so
that's
excited.
crazy. But supposedly, also, Dana said they want to have a watch party at the Lincoln Memorial, and they're gonna. The goal is to have like 300,000 people on the lawn.
Oh my god. It's
They're
gonna
gonna
be
have
so
to bust out those X-Men giant Sentinel robots
Yeah.
just to like maintain peace.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's gonna be
'Cause
crazy.
This is gonna be like a very there's gonna be a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah.
So there could be like no mistakes.
Knowing, honestly, like, say what you want about Dana, like, his level and quality of production is so good, even
He's a
compared to
genius
these
at that.
boxers. Like, one of the reasons MMA, UFC specifically is so good is because he's very good at moving it along, but still keeping it professional and quality, right? Compared to boxing, I don't know about that Canelo stuff. It takes so long between fights, you know. But my main question for you guys is, I know it's a little further away, but what American stars are there right now that they can even put on this card?
Cory Sandhagen. I don't know, man. I mean,
Sean Brady?
Khalil Rountree.
I mean, I don't want
Okay.
to. I don't want to see Michael Chandler fight there, man. I don't want to see Colby Covington fight there. But I would assume Colby's probably going to be.
He's probably
that
on the
card.
prelim opener.
He's going to be on that card somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
Are there gonna be any Dagestanis on this fight night?
I would hope.
I don't. Man, if they do, it's gonna look bad on America.
That's why I'm saying like I don't think there's going to be.
Maybe
I mean-
one, and he'll fight like an Australian. You know.
I would love to see Patty the Fatty.
Watch.
fight.
Yeah, I would love like a British
Patty the
versus
Fatty,
America
I like
type
that,
thing
yes.
would be fun. I would like Tom Aspinall.
I mean, I guess
to
Max
fight-
Max
I don't
Holloway
want to
is
say John Jones actually.
Max Holloway is technically an American, right?
Oh yeah, he's Hawaiian.
He's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Did-
We always
Fine.
forget about
Did he
him.
retire or who?
No, no, no.
Holloway
He's still
did.
fighting.
No. Who's
Dustin Poirier.
Dustin
Poirier,
Poirier.
yes.
Yeah. He would have been exciting.
We need an
Going
unretired
through
DC.
There's literally no U.S. champions.
No, not current ones.
Oh my god! I just realized. Going through the list in my head.
I mean,
USA? What the hell? Come
There's
on.
no U.S. champions.
Really, the only
There's-
interesting ones. I mean, it's like what Aljo, Max Holloway for current fighters, and then John Jones, who's retired.
Oh yeah, Aljamain Sterling, I guess.
Bring out Nate Diaz versus.
Nate Diaz.
What if
He's
this
so
is
old.
when they bring out the John Jones versus Aspinall, just as
Oh,
like a twist?
Dana
surprise?
said like he's not gonna
Oh, he's
do
not, okay.
because he said I need fighters I can count on, and John Jones is just someone I can't count on for
Okay,
this.
Well, good
Or
riddance.
something this
Yeah.
big, yeah. So I don't even know, man. I mean, Gaethje.
I guess he's
I don't
old
know. There's
too.
not there's not like big stars that are American.
Yeah.
In the UFC currently.
I'm trying to think like we still have a year pretty much until the card.
Mm-hmm.
So some MMA prospects we have Wellmaker, you know.
Oh, Malcolm Wellmaker.
Malcolm Wellmaker.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
He's a beast. Sean O'Malley, you know, maybe he makes a comeback, you know.
Cedric Dumas, who just had his ball explode in
Oh,
the
no.
UFC Noche.
Dude, no, dude. Oh. Anyway, guys, White House card's gonna look super cool. We got a bunch of cool concept art. I think whenever we get more renditions and it gets closer, we'll definitely keep you guys updated. But
I mean, who do y'all want to see at the UFC?
yeah,
White
we'd
House
love to hear
event?
what you guys think.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it being kind of like an international celebration, like where you like.
It has to be U.S.
But
come
you
on.
have to
It
have.
has
I
to
think
be
at
like
least-
a U.S.
At least
thing.
one like superstar U.S.
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, so we'll
At
see what
least one.
happens
I
because
would-
we need U.S. fighters on that card for sure.
Or like it could even be like, international fighters who have become U.S. citizens and like they represent U.S.
Yeah.
that way. But
Like a
I don't
Joel
know.
Embiid type thing.
That's exactly Valentina Shevchenko with the U.S. citizenship. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we are going to now officially move on to the next segment. We hope you guys enjoyed our boxing and MMA news. We'll definitely bring more to you guys and leave some comments in case you guys think we missed anything. All right. See y'all later.